All right, guys. Hello. We are back with an episode 2 of Blaze in the Dark's The Dogs of Doskvol. And I'm just going to jump right into this, give this right over to Eric, our storyteller. Eric, take it away, boss.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris everywhere, and I'm playing the Game Master in this game. I am responsible for everyone else in the world and filling these people's lives with danger and excitement and bringing Doskvol alive, the city that we're in. I previously heard the term whale punk as the term. I heard it floated around for Dishonored, and that's pretty much like the style. So like Victorian or like whale punk is sort of like the gist of the game, doing a bunch of criminal stuff. Other than that, just watch and hang out. But that's enough about me. Let's go around and meet the rest of the cast tonight. Oz, take it away.
Yeah, a little time to remove that mask.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Oz. I am playing Sever, a Tycherosi leech. And specialty is physicking, so playing with bodies and blood and bones.
Good. All right. Who's next?
Oz.
I think that's me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Quick question. I'm Oz because I don't know, and I want to be able to know this for my own thing. You're Tycherosi, which means you have some sort of weird physical demon characteristic. What is it?
I have horns, bull horns, kind of like
Oh,
yeah. I have like they like shoot straight out to the side and up, kind of like Iron Bull in Dragon Age.
do they go forward or like straight up?
Straight up.
That's cool. Okay, I needed that mental image. Because yeah. Hi, I'm PanikKontrol. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at PanikKontrol. I am playing Whip, a spider who likes to get his fingers in pies and try to make sure that things go the way he wants them to. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Yep.
Yes.
Hi, I'm LillyVinnily, and I'm playing a cutter, lurky lady who likes gangbangs and money.
They
Okay.
snort from Bub every time you say the word gangbang.
That's all you need.
He can't
That's all you
help
need.
himself.
I don't know. I think it's Lily. I'm not sure why. Other people could say
Everyone-
that, and it wouldn't.
Every other person and character in this game is struggling to figure out who they are, and you're just like, I know it. You're just living
This
that.
is who I am.
You have a sort of zen
Gangbangs.
about violence and gangbangs. Is just
What more
all
do
you need in
what more
life.
do you need? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Lily. Hi, my name is Alan. I go by Geef on Twitch. In this Lily campaign, I am basically playing myself in real life, also known as Shmooze. He likes to, actually not me in real life, I just realized because he likes to wear other people's things, so cross that off.
Are you
He's
sure you don't
a,
like to wear other people's things?
Yeah, I'm not gonna live that one down somewhere close to that. Anyway, you know, he basically has no combat skills, and his only ability is to talk, much like me. Without that, he is nothing. He's talked us out of trouble once. He's taken arrow to the knee, not really, actually was a little bump to the knee from a ruffian. Other than that, they were having a good campaign, and I'm looking forward to get involved and steer clear of Lily's gangbangs, which are
Are fun.
messy. Anyway,
Fun.
that's us.
I think that leaves me.
That leaves
does.
you.
Yeah, guys. Hi, I'm playing Coomer. Coomer is the hound of the group, and he is the strong silent type. Not because he wants to, but because bluecoats are dickheads, and they took out his tongue. So, he's a man of few words, but the few words that he mutters, they seem to bear quite a bit of weight. I'm sure he would have much more to say about the gangbangs, but he just, he's got a heart of gold, and shoulders meant to bear much, and I'm ready for it. I need this action.
Well, Lily's here for that, so don't you worry. It's gonna be good.
That works out.
Are you gonna introduce?
No idea what he was signing himself up for.
Are you gonna introduce your mascot?
Oh, not okay. Listen. Hoagie is a vital member of this crew. Okay,
It's true.
Hoagie
Mascot.
is a vital member. He is my hunting boar. He has helped.
All right,
very
hog
early
champ.
on. Quite a large amount. He's very good at hunting for various tubers, and I've taught him to seek out things that I demand.
Perfect.
And he's
Cool.
delicious.
Looking, but not
Wow,
tasting.
she
He's
was
quite
taking a
foul.
bite out of Hoagie's ass.
Kind
huh?
of salty, but still good. Preserves him.
Rude.
Hoagie plays a very vital role in ensuring gang discipline. It's also a part that we saw.
Yes.
Speaking of what we saw last week, I'll do a quick little recap for us all before we jump in. So our crew heard about a score from a drunk factory worker running his mouth. And after the ensuing bar fight, they hastily put together a plan to crash this card game being put on by these bright crown yuppie factory managers. They ran afoul, get it, with the vultures.
I see that.
There we go.
Oh, no.
They ran afoul with the
So
vultures,
soon.
crossing their turf when they went into Old Witch, and on their way to the score, but fortunately they had their gang members out to help drive them off, and then they had the gang help drive off a blue coat who was moonlighting on patrol at this place as well after a failed bottle of poisoned whiskey was delivered. And after that, half the crew stormed below. 3 of us stormed from the roofs to get into this card game, and then you had all these kids dead to rights. You took all their money, 12 coin in total, and then Shmooze, I believe it was Shmooze, discovered a stash of paperwork, or specifically the Sever. It was Sever.
Sever,
That's right. Thank you, Sever.
with a crit.
Yeah,
Natural
Yeah,
six,
six,
double
six.
sixes.
That's right, boy.
Double 6, baby.
you critted your study roll. You found the vault, the arcane vault in here, and got a stash of paperwork alluding to that these yuppies were fixing the price of tin. So in the downtime after the score, you all have been living it up with more money than you ever seen in your entire lives up to this point, all in one place. You have all kind of to, blow off some steam, indulge in your all's characters' vices. Some of you overindulged, ended up running your mouths and or getting cut off from your normal suppliers for whatever your vice is, and ultimately earning the crew a wanted level. So now you have 1 star. If this is a GTA game, it's okay. 1 star is going to be okay, but that stuff doesn't go away by hiding behind a box or glitching somewhere. The only way you get rid of this wanted level is by doing time. All right, but let's not worry about that, because right now you're living it up with these coins. So tell me a little, misfits. We haven't done XP yet, so tell me real quick how we're going to do XP. Everyone's character sheet should have 3 little triggers for experience. 2 of them will be the same for everybody, and then each of you all have 1 exclusive experience trigger based on your playbook. I think you should all be earning 1 XP guaranteed for your heritage and background, which I believe is everyone's second one. That's because we did the intros. We did the intro of the game. That told us everything we needed to know about that part. So that's 1 XP. If it ever comes up multiple times, you can earn up to 2 experience. But other than that, so let's just talk about these. Let's just go around and talk about the very first one here. So Oz, let's start with you.
All right. So I addressed a challenge with technical skill or mayhem. That was when I created a poison to drop in that wine or that
Yes.
whiskey. I did not struggle with issues from my vice, though. I was a good boy.
Were you the one with the rope as well that got everybody up on the roof?
That was me.
No.
Okay, that was you. Okay.
Okay.
So just 1 extra XP. So 2 XP total.
That 2 XP can be either put into the playbook advancement, which there's a little chart just like stress is. Once that's filled up, you get a new ability, or you could put that stuff into your experience and one of your skills, your 3 insight, prowess, or resolves, and slowly crank up those to get a new dot for rolling extra dice.
Yeah, I dropped both of them into insight. So I'm just leveling up my insight and my prowess at the same time.
Cool. All right, Oz, it's your turn. Put someone on the spot.
Panic, go.
Cool. All right. So my unique trigger is I addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy. I did twice. Once I flashed back with the bringing the gang in to get involved, and then the other time I did it with getting past the blue coat thing. I didn't make very good calculations.
Hey, it's fine.
Definitely calculating.
Nowhere does it say successful as a modifier.
So 2 for that. And then at the beginning, you said 1 for the beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. And then at the end, I had a little bit of a vulnerable moment with Coomer about my drive and my vision for the crew and the situation that we find ourselves currently in. So 2 for that as well. So 4. Putting those both into resolve, I rolled 2 desperate resolve actions in the last game, which puts me at a full track, and I'm putting another point in command. So I have 3 dots in command now.
Look at this. Look at this hero
Boom.
playing the game.
And then
Wait,
I gotta catch up.
Session. Yeah, I don't think.
You're playing to win, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive the wheels off of whip. And then,
Cool.
so Eric, can you explain to me what an issue might have from a vice or trauma looks like? Because I've never heard a really good explanation for it, and I'm gonna steal it from you.
Sure. I mean, have you overindulged from your vice? That's absolutely.
Oh, that counts.
Yeah, totally. That's an
Okay.
issue from your vice.
Okay, I
It
overindulged
can
as
be.
well.
I think you might have been overthinking it.
Okay.
It's very explicitly, yeah. Overindulging from your vice absolutely constitutes struggling with issues from your vice.
Okay, and I'm gonna put one in my playbook advancement. So 5 total for me.
It's not always typical to get that third experience trigger. A lot of people, what they like to do is just, you know what, they don't even bother reducing their stress, and they're just like, I'm just gonna get my first trauma, and then once you get that trauma, I can just play that trauma and get experience, rather than dealing with overindulging.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to do that. It's just a style of play.
It is a move. I'm gonna put. We'll just go in order. I'm gonna put Lily on the spot then.
Good, because I'm confused.
Okay. Lily, on your character sheet,
Uh-huh.
beneath the special abilities, there's mark experience,
Oh,
and we don't have to worry about the very, very, very first one,
Oh.
which is every time
Okay.
you roll a desperate action, because that
Okay.
happens in play. We have to deal with the bottom 3 here.
okay. So I made beautiful cawing noises to help our team make it up on the roof.
Can we get a call from you for those who didn't hear it?
Ah!
It was a very good one.
So that is good. I addressed a challenge with bird noises.
That's not what it
I-
says, Lily. But I appreciate your gumption.
It says violence or
Coercion.
coercion.
It does not say goose noise. Coercion is not French for goose noise.
It was coercion.
Situation. You wouldn't let me perform violence. I guess, is sex an act
Hey.
of violence? Would that be it?
those calls.
All right,
they are.
Oh
had-
no, you did
You did.
coerced. Think about it.
You were rubbing up on those 3 guys at the end.
Yeah.
Messing with them.
Oh, that's
Did-
right. I did.
At least-
I
at
don't
least
really know what
once.
that word means, so I'm again confused.
It means without regard to consent, you strong arm somebody into something.
Yes. All right. Yes.
That happened? Tell us, Lily, did that happen?
Yes, it did. I tried to
Right.
have sex with lots of yuppies on a pile of money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I can't
Done
blame
that,
you
let
for
me
that.
tell you.
Like,
There's-
No, that would be a
no-
really good time. Just doing
no
it on
kink shaming.
lots of money.
Those
Like,
damn-
Horrible. They stick to you. Gets everywhere. You
Damn
find dollar bills the
lucky
next day.
yuppies.
He's like, I've done that so many times. It's not worth it. Just don't.
By Saturday
Don't
night.
bother.
Right. Part of my job that I would like to do is I don't want to point out why you should have this experience. I want you all to argue it for your own half, for your parts, and you did
this
a great
is all
job.
new. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I know. No,
Okay,
that's
perfect.
we're here. Yeah, I'm not going to
I
leave you.
expressed my beliefs and drives and whatever in my background by being a loud mouth girl who really wants to have sex and will give any awkward situation, even if it's a punishment. So I did that.
You absolutely did.
I did
At
do
least,
that.
You
at
get an
least
ex-
once. I
Yeah.
think twice at least.
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
Technically use sex as a weapon twice.
Oh yeah, because we had to punish somebody for the entanglement, and
Yep.
you
Yeah.
punished somebody and
You-
satisfied your vice at the same time.
Do you remember
Yes, I
that gang member's name?
Rufus.
Rufus. There you go.
Yes.
Rufus.
Rip Rufus.
Why are you saying Rip Rufus? He had a great time.
I mean, rip Rufus's
He needed
nipples.
stitches afterwards. Yeah, that's why. Rufus.
He might have been a little excited until he saw Hoagie walk in, and then he was confused.
Yeah, I didn't touch him. That was all Hoagie.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Jeff Rufus
and then
Hoagie.
I
Well, if
did
he gets the
struggle.
ball in, he's also going to gore them and give them syphilis. This is great.
Ugh.
So
I
far, 2
struggled-
experience.
Yeah, 2. And then my third one is I did struggle with my vice because I definitely overindulged that by a lot.
Hell
It
yeah.
was just too much. It was great. It was great. I bragged about it for days. It was so good.
It's perfect. Cool. 3 experience.
Yay!
Do you want to put that experience in that playbook thing right there? Once that fills up, you get a new ability. Or do you want to put that experience in one of those tracks that's above your dots to the
Oh.
right?
I'll just put them in my dots.
Or split them up.
Yeah, I think I'll split them up in my dots.
Okay. Once one of those pools fills up, you get a new dot.
Ooh, okay. Oh, on
And
to
then-
Geef.
Can we actually skip over? I'm reading my sheet currently.
yeah.
Actually, I'm deep in thought. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, the first was every time that you roll a desperate action, but I didn't get to roll at all last time, which is okay. It's bound to happen. But my first per the character is if I've addressed a challenge with tracking or with violence. Admittedly, there wasn't much in the way of tracking. Would you consider me choking said yuppies out as violent?
Yeah, I mean, that's violent, yes.
Okay.
You also put yourself in the way of violence to take that smash hit from a tier 3 blue coat
Exactly.
as a tier 0.
Okay.
That's
I don't
absolutely violence.
know if that's worth 2, but I'm happy to take 1.
No, it's definitely worth 1.
Yeah. The next is expressing my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Yeah, I feel like this is accurate. As far as how the character goes, is very supporting. There was the moment with Whip at the end, and additionally, I think this what I'm thinking of is more of like how I'm handling my vice, but I'm not really sure if I had issues with my vice as much as I was just sticking to handling my vice with the children.
Bub, also maybe for the other one to get you that second point is the blasting cap in the mouth.
Was that?
I did do that, didn't I?
Yeah.
You shoved a blasting cap into somebody's mouth and held, like, you were gonna light that thing off if they didn't tell you what you wanted to know.
All right, you're twisting my arm. I'll take the second point.
That one's for chat.
So I'll take 1 point for the drives, heritage, or background. As far as struggling with my issues for vice, I didn't overindulge, and I didn't trauma.
So maybe it's just 2. Well, 3 total.
3 total.
But
yeah.
just not the third experience trigger.
Right. Okay. Then that's what I got.
There you go. That's good. So we're not going to have a starting, like, everyone goes through and does a scene like we did as an introduction like last session. So if you want to bring your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background into play, you're going to have to gun for it, okay?
We do still have
gotta do Geef
Shmooze
too.
as well.
Yes.
I
was trying to buy more time.
Okay.
We gotta do the crew as well, don't we?
thought we-
Yes.
Crew gets experience. I made notes on that.
I thought I did that though. I remember talking about it. I'm looking actually at the slide now. I'm trying to find Purveyor. I've been trying to find it. There it is. Finally got there.
Do you want us to just do the crew while you're looking at your sheet?
Yeah, I'm still reading. I don't really. I'm out of my depth here.
Okay. No problem. It's at the bottom of your character sheet.
No, I see that
To the
sign. I
left.
had
Okay.
the PDF up. I was having a giant.
Okay.
Giant brain.
Wait, are you
Yeah,
not
pretty
sure what
much.
your
Thank you.
vice is? Because
No, yeah, I know what it is. It's wearing. But I took that guy's watch.
You
so
did.
We discussed. I already indulged in it, did I not? I remember at the very end of our
Yes.
Yeah.
campaign, I already-
You
Yeah.
got experience for it.
Yes, I did. Yes, that's what I'm getting
Yeah.
at.
but we weren't actually sure if you marked your experience within your character sheet already.
Yeah, I think I did, didn't I?
I don't think
Now,
you
I can't
did,
actually,
no.
I can't tell. That's where I'm missing.
Okay,
I don't know if I have or haven't.
Alan, I can tell you for
No,
sure you
you
didn't yet.
didn't.
Bottom
Thank
left,
you. That helps me.
bottom left of your character sheet, under your special abilities, there's an area that says Mark XP and Playbook Advancement.
I see it.
There is a
Indeed.
tracker right there, and all of that text
Done.
in there indicates how you gain your experience.
Yeah. The only experience you got was the desperate action. I think maybe you're conflating that. Oh, well, I got all the experience from the session from that one desperate action.
I am, yeah. So it's 1 or 2.
Okay. Right. So you addressed with deception or influence. I think you definitely did that. So that's 1. Well, keep in mind, this experience doesn't necessarily go in your playbook advancement.
Get rid of it. Cool.
You can put it, you could jack it all into resolve if you wanted to try to level that up higher.
I actually
Right?
kind of would.
Or anything.
Actually.
Yeah. It's free to spend wherever you want. But let's just figure out how much you have, and then you can spend it on your time.
Let's do that. Thank you.
Cool. All right. So you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I already said everybody gets that as 1 for freebie for the intro. But would you like to advocate that you should exceptionally get it under some circumstance because something else came up that was really, really important to your character or anything?
No, there wasn't. Oh, sure. Too
Okay.
loud. No, there wasn't. There wasn't anything that was too. There wasn't actually. No, I didn't do anything like that. I'd like to say I did, but I didn't really.
Yeah.
No, I got to watch. That was about it.
What about the interaction with the guys at the beginning?
I ended up getting hit for it though. I wasn't like really roguish and just got away scot-free. That's kind of what I lived for.
Yeah, that's already for me. I was thinking that was the reason why you got experience for addressing a challenge with deception or influence. Really, like double dipping the same action or like event in the game for both experience triggers. While it's like true, I would prefer if you don't.
Okay.
Just
So no, then no, I don't.
okay. So then you're just getting 2 experience.
Yes.
For that, you struggle with your vice. You got cut off.
I did. I have to find a new purveyor now. Yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And the project
what's
to
his
find a new
name?
one.
The Akarosi Fine Imports, the goat guy.
Yes. The goat.
you off.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I need to find a new purveyor. Yeah.
You always got to have a goat guy.
Yeah, so it's 2 experience. Okay, where do I mark that? Just anywhere? You can do what I want.
Yep. You can put it into playbook advancement. You can drop 1 in playbook, 1 in resolve, prowess, or insight, or both. You can spend it however you want. It's just those are the 4 spots you can put it.
To peer behind the curtain here, run me through advancing, and this is because this is new to me. Advancing
yeah.
in playbook.
Yeah, that gives you an additional special ability once that fills up.
Oh.
So once that fills up all 8 of them, you can pick like, Rook's Gambit or Mesmerism or a veteran ability from another playbook or whatever you want, right?
Right.
You get one of those abilities, but it doesn't help you roll better. Now, if you want to spend it faster, because all these ones are only cost 6, you can dunk it all into one of your insight, prowess, or resolve tracks, and then that gives you an additional dot. And those dots correspond to the dice that you roll.
Yeah, I think I'll take an extra dot. Forget the playbook. I'll take a dot.
Okay, so
So I
then
can just put that in one of the little dagger icons, and then we're golden. Or is it actually?
yeah, you don't get a dot yet. Once you get a dot once that one of those tracks is full. So right now you have 1 of 6 full for resolve. So like now you're getting 2 more experience. So then you're 3 out of 6 for resolve if you put them all there. And then once it becomes 6 out of 6, then you get the dot.
Okay, I want the dot.
Speaking of that, to help you out, Lily, I think you put the dots in the wrong spot. I messaged Eric about this, but this is a good segue. You want to put them in the track that's next to the black bar, not in the actual like things next to the stuff. If that makes sense.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey.
And I was like, holy shit, she is so leveled. What the fuck is going on? How did she do that? I was like, oh, that's right.
That's what's going on.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for
That's good.
I can
Good. I was like really impressed. I was like, holy shit. All right.
Well, you're not
you.
impressed now? The fuck?
I'm less impressed. I'm still impressed, but I'm less impressed.
So,
There's still time.
Geef, we're good now, right?
Good. I'll put my 2 in, and you do you.
Awesome. Okay, then we do the group for the crew.
Hey.
Because the crew, just like a character, gets experience as well. You get experience if you execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab operation, which is what you did. So you definitely get 1 experience for that. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? You did.
Yes.
It's
once for
in fact,
the blue coat.
In fact, you should get it twice.
You
Because you contended with challenges above your station technically 3 times.
Yeah.
Because you're tier 0, so it's not hard.
Yeah.
You bolstered your crew's reputation or developed a new one. Did you earn reputation last session?
Yes.
Yes. Then you get an advancement point for that.
So as an argue for a second advancement point there, because of us punishing Rufus. So we did the job and got reputation for the job. But then because of punishing Rufus and people running their mouths, does that like count narratively as a bolstering the reputation? Because bolster is like you're not adding anymore, right?
Reputation is sort of like where we got strange, right? It's sort of like more related to that as well. So I was actually about to segue that into, after this score, do you think there is a reputation about you that you've earned now? And I think there is.
Yeah.
But you're all looking at me like I'm going to tell you what it is. And I'm actually looking at you for you to tell me how you think the city will perceive a bunch of upstarts,
Daring,
mostly like not a bunch of people who are all like not for Akarosi, who just showed up and robbed this card game and have a bunch of money and got away with it.
Probably daring, I would say.
Yeah, daring heroes,
Daring?
Ordered parade in the streets.
Yeah.
No, probably really just daring heroes, honestly. Daring.
Daring.
Because
Okay.
we still have to decide what we want to do with it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So you got that experience, and now you're strange and daring, which I think is totally legit.
So then we get 2 points for that. Yeah.
Yes. How did you do strange? I don't think strange came up. But I think you earn reputation and you developed a new one. So like I think that's just one experience.
Okay, cool.
I
I gotta try for it.
Yeah, I hear you. And then expressing the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. Do we have an idea of what that is yet? And do you think we accomplished any of them? 'Cause I don't think we did yet. I don't think we know who we are yet. We know who we are as people, but I don't think we know who we are as a crew yet.
What about again, devil's advocate, devil's bargain? What about us picking the drunk option at the beginning, saying fuck everyone, we want the 12 coin and we're going to deal with any of the consequences? That's pretty indicative of our drive as a crew to just put ourselves in there and our goals for like what we want.
I accept.
Yeah,
Get that extra experience. Well played. Awesome. Thank you. Cool. And so then wraps up experience. And so let's talk about the aftermath of this mission, right? So the Yuppies have hired someone to track you all down. So the first thing we're going to see is a shot of, I think this is actually in Brightcrown. And we see the 3 Yuppies all kind of like beat up. They have like, a medical bandage, around their head, but they're still wearing like their nice suits, and they got their nice like financial cravats on instead of their evening cravats. And they're all waiting in the same carriage, right? And then there's a rap on the door of the carriage, and a older man dressed almost like you would imagine Van Helsing, like the top, like kind of like the pilgrimy hat, the long trench coat, gets in. We don't see his face. And he's holding some paperwork, and comes in and says, I found where they are. It wasn't too difficult. He's like, apparently they got some kind of Tycherosi with them. It was easy to track. Now,
shit.
In addition to the coin that I'm requiring, I know who to hire this job if you want your stuff back. Apparently, this person I'm thinking has got an axe to grind with that Dagger Isle woman that runs with them. Here, and like hands over like a map and stuff. So your lair has been discovered by these 3 people. And in addition, there's a new clock being made about basically a hit team coming over to screw you up and steal those documents back, possibly.
Well, that's not very nice.
Question about that.
Yeah.
So our lair is hidden. So they overcame the hidden qualifier for our lair.
Yep. This happened in the faction turn. So these 3 Yuppies cannot go back to talk to their dad to fix this. So they're spending anything they have available to hire somebody to do this for them. And so they're doing everything they can to get this back from them. And so that's what happened. And they actually critted their clock when I read it. So that happened. And because of that, then the last thing we hear is just like, I just need a little more time to get the team together. Right. And then like he like leaves out of that spot. And he's, you see he has like a silver cane, and we don't see his face. But yes, there is forces conspiring against you all.
Lily, who did you piss off?
I'm wondering what I did. I literally have been sitting here like, what did I do? And I think
because you picked an enemy.
Yeah, you're remember we put the down arrow next to the.
You put a down arrow next to somebody.
Eric's like, oh yeah, this is a great time to bring this in.
Not my arch nemesis, Chale.
Chael.
The Mexican gangster.
I like Chale so much.
So this is in Star Wars fashion, where we all don't know that this is happening yet as characters.
That's amazing.
Right. Cool. Now a little bit more to do before we get into like free play and you all picking jobs and just hanging out and doing whatever it is that you do as criminals in the city. New scene. It's the street corners outside of your all's places. It's early morning. You're all kind of nursing your hangovers when the ink rakes are off, dropping off the papers. The gangs of newsies are out with the headlines. Extra, extra, new queen of the crows. Rourke deposed. Read all about it. Blue coat commissioner candidate Dunville promises reforms for Crowsfoot. Extra, extra. And feel free to grab a paper.
Yeah, I was gonna snatch one. Like, what did you just say? Like, Rourke? What?
Yeah. The ward boss of the entire Crowsfoot, basically the godfather of Crowsfoot, is killed. He's murdered. His body is missing. He's been ward boss since you all literally could speak. And he's dead now.
Motherfucker.
The Bluecoats, specifically Commissioner Candidate Dunville, or Captain Dunville, but the ink rakes apparently want it to say Commissioner Candidate Dunville in the headline, have mentioned that they're blaming the murder on the previous commissioner's lax attitude towards law enforcement. Specifically for him unable to get the men and firepower to get the job done, whatever that means.
Oh, so this is clearly like the Bluecoats paid them to write this as like a fluff piece. Okay.
Right, because it's clear reading this, it's full of garbage hearsay in terms of the substantial details of maybe what the crime was, but any official quotes and stuff come from the candidates who are clearly jumping on this. Dunville and their spokespeople are clearly using this and framing it as some part of their election. Wonderful. That's all you got from it so far. We could maybe do a scene about that later, but let me just keep going because there's a little bit more to go through. Right? So what this means for you all as a crew, it's bad.
Oh, no.
It's very bad.
Oh.
This is a war. Because Rorik was able to keep peace between two warring factions, the Lampblacks and the Red Sashes, two allies to the Crows who controlled the opposed sides of the territory of Crowsfoot. However, with Rorik's death, well, that also deposed the peace that went along with him. So that's what we're dealing. All right. Right now, across the city, imagine this is not just immediately, but maybe a day later or whatever, timey-wimey. Other small factions like you are, like small teams, are getting gobbled up by these factions. Everyone's making alliances with each other. Every gang in Crowsfoot has to swear allegiance. There's no neutrality. If you're neutrality, everyone's just going to destroy you, unless you're really smart. And people are like, well, I'm not home when you come by to see me, right? That kind of stuff. So you should be expecting the Crows to probably get a hold of you since you are in kind of lovely relationship with the Crows. So that's going to happen eventually. And speaking of the war, here's what's happened in Bagley so far. So in your neighborhood. The Crows right now are still in most control of Bagley, although it's been contentious. Lampblacks had tried to move onto some of Crow territory in Bagley, a tannery workhouse. However, the Crows rebuffed them and threw them out. Red Sashes have currently been moving up to a block next to you all. You've heard that there's a new drug den in town selling Black Lotus, so you could shake down those guys if you wanted to. As well as the most interesting thing is that there is another kind of like the vultures of Bagley, the Void. They are a bunch of Eruvian folks. They sided with the Crows over the Red Sashes, which was kind of a big deal. You all don't have any affiliation with the Void. You kind of steer clear with them. They're weird. And not in a strange way, but in a weird way, like they're like a cult or something.
Okay.
And so that, other than that, you're just trying to like give you all like, this is what's going on right now. So before we jump into mission, feel free to ask questions, role play, and we can see what's going on.
Actually, Eric, since we came off of downtime, I forgot something last game. Can I spend another coin to do one quick downtime thing?
Oh yeah. What would you like to do?
I have the coin. I would like to make I want to make a full copy of the ledger that we found in my notebook. Because if I give that to somebody, I still want that information. So we need to duplicate that immediately. So I'm going to pay the coin to spend the time to copy all of that shit down.
Okay. Do you want to hire someone or do you want to do it yourself over time?
I want it to done as quickly as possible.
Well,
like that I can afford or do. I don't know how much time you want to have it be like, oh, it would take you 2 days. You know, I would do this. Like I would stay up all night just working on this as much as I possibly
could. You can spend a coin to do this downtime. Can you, let's do, is this like an acquiring an asset of a copy of it? Is that how you see it?
Yes. I mean, because I'm literally just going to look at it and handwrite all the, it's a project basically.
I kind of like the idea of it's kind of like an asset.
Or yeah,
But
acquiring
but I don't know what I'm willing to go whatever way you want to do it on this one.
we don't have any benefits to acquiring assets or doing projects, so I don't think it really matters mechanically. I guess
Study, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Or
copying something, just mechanically copying numbers down. I mean, if we really want to bend it, I could just like find I'd be down to find someone and then just command them to do it for me as quickly as possible, even if they have to recruit a couple people. But I wouldn't give them my book though. That's the thing. I wouldn't let anybody see my book, so it has to be.
Well, then it sounds like you need to find somebody. Then it sounds like your first part of your downtime downtime project is hiring someone you think you can trust and bring them back to your lair to just basically sit down there and start transcribing stuff, right?
I think I'd rather just copy it down myself, even if it takes multiple. So
okay,
probably
cool.
project clock then.
Yeah, it's a project, and this is probably like what, tinker or study, or what do you think it is? I mean, you could command your gang to do it.
Would anybody? Yeah, I think probably like maybe
one of them's bound to be able to read and write.
Shmooze probably, or Sever would probably be down, like helping me out.
I was thinking the rest of your
gang.
Bravos.
Yeah, the Bravos gang that we have.
Yeah, no, those guys are dumb.
I mean,
they don't need to be anywhere. I think I would trust.
But they're loyal.
People. Yeah, it's true. But I would.
Dumb.
They can always tell what they know, and if they see anything, and like even the fact that they know that there's a book, I would rather trust Shmooze with the idea that, okay, here's the thing. Help me copy this down. Please don't look at the rest of it. I'll show you some if you want. Type conversation.
Sure.
So like help me do this. We need to get this thing done. And I explained to him why.
Is this something you would do, Shmooze?
I help him out in a heartbeat. Not even.
Cool.
Those Bravos, they're dumb. I'll help him. No problem.
So then I can roll a command roll for that? Because I'm telling him to help me?
Yeah, I'd help. Yeah.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
if you want to command your
I'm
friend,
agreeing. Is that really telling me? No.
I mean, okay, I'll roll consort.
you're going along with it.
Consorting would be probably the
It's the player's decision of prerogative of what you roll.
I'm agreeing. I'm
I'll go
willingly
consort.
happy to do so. Yeah.
I'll ask nicely. So I'll consort.
Okay.
And I want to crit this. What size is the clock?
It's 4.
Okay.
You're just copying stuff.
I want to get that 6. So I'm going to push myself for this. And I think the devil's bargain here is that Shmooze sees more than I want him to, but not a ton. But now he knows kind of like what the book is and that it exists for a bonus dice.
Sure.
Is that cool?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay. And we don't need to do like risky stand or anything like that. It's just a fortune roll.
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute, I know what you're doing.
Okay. Taking 2 stress. Standard effects. 2 bonus dice. 6.
A 6. That should be 3 ticks. Do you want to spend one of your other coins to make it?
I'm out of coin. I was hoping 6 was. I thought 6 was. Well, crit is 5. 6 is 3.
Yes. That's why you'd have to. You're really fishing for it. I see you rolling 4 dice.
Yeah. I can spend
5, 6, 3, and 2.
I can spend rep, can't I?
You
can spend crew rep to it's a coin, or you spend rep, I believe, to do that.
I don't
know you can spend rep somehow.
3. Yeah, let's see. No, it's 1 for each coin spent by hiring assistants paying a bribe.
Okay.
You get an additional downtime activity by spending rep.
Yeah, right. So if
increase a result level. Oh, so you want to retroactively say I did this activity actually using my crew rep and then spent a coin to improve. Basically, you're paying a coin.
Either or.
Yeah, for the materials for Shmooze to copy this.
I thought I could pay rep to get another downtime activity, but if we need to flip them just to get.
Well, if you're out of money, you can only spend money to improve your result. You cannot spend money, or you cannot spend rep to do that.
Okay.
You can spend rep to get your downtime. Exactly.
Okay, we'll flip it and I'll spend the coin, and then we complete the clock, and I have a copy of it now.
Yes, now you have a copy. Cool.
Awesome. Thank you for indulging me.
No problem. All right. So I quickly copied over my notes over to the news handout for you all to just kind of follow what was going on, right? About the deposition of work, as well as about the deposition of this piece. And so now this means all of these districts in the city are up for grabs. Right now, there are 7 districts. 3 of them are kind of locked right now by some of the factions. Fog Hollow is swearing to the Red Sashes, so they have like already firm control. Limmerfield, over in the bottom left, not Tinkletown, but right up to it. Limmerfield is Lampblack territory. That's all taken over, and then the Rookery naturally falls to the Crows. That leaves Bagley, Old Witch, and Devil's Furnace as the biggest areas for contention. Tingletown is still decidedly neutral. However, there's been more and more fights breaking out in Tingletown. That might not last. Tingletown might become fair game again with everyone else. If nobody wants to do anything, then we can jump to the moment when the Crows send over their envoy for your allegiance.
I definitely feel it's worth at least some discussion.
Well,
about the news. No?
Yeah. Let me be more explicit, because technically your place is hidden, so they don't actually know where you are. So really, the Void, actually, led by Brant's Fash, is out in the Bagley, kind of like calling out, sending out word, and you hear that you're supposed to meet maybe at the tavern, for Smiles Tavern.
Yeah, I think as we're like on our way to doing that, and we're like, okay, everybody get ready to go. If as we're getting our stuff on, if I wanted to pop in and talk to Fox real quick.
Yeah, totally.
With that, Lily. I like knock on the door, and I don't even peek in because I don't know what's going on in there. Just like it's cracked a little bit, and I'm like,
yeah, cracks it open a little more. What?
Talk to you for a second.
Why?
I just want to. Do you want to? Are we gonna talk through the door? It's okay. Just let me know so I can.
No, you can come in.
You busy? Are you
Yeah.
Sure? I don't want to.
Give me 1 second. Closes
right,
the door again. You hear rumbling. You hear a dude, and then lots more rumbling, and then I come back. Yeah, somebody literally jumps out the window. All right, you can come in.
You don't gotta hide anything, but just make sure that he doesn't cause us any problems. Honestly, this is. I know you're not gonna like this, but I just wanted to check on you. I know that the other night was kind of, you didn't get to do what you normally want to do, and you had to take it out on Rufus, and whatever. Rufus is Rufus, and you do you. But I just want to make sure.
Checking up on me.
I just want to make sure that you understand that I know the things that you want in life, and I want to provide those things to you. But also,
you want to provide me with things.
Yeah, I want to provide you with opportunities to be able to stab people. It's important to me. It was important to you.
Oh my God. When did you get so sweet?
I'm just checking up on you. I think you're reading into this too much.
Oh, you're not a prickly cactus anymore.
I think you're really misunderstanding where this is going. I'm just making sure that you know that I'm going to give you a chance to stab someone as soon as I can. We just need to be able to stab the right person. So when I say go, you be ready to go. That's all.
Fox falls into his arms. Oh, you just know me so well.
Fox, we gotta go.
Oh, where? Where are you taking me? Is it romantic?
No, but I heard Shmooze actually talking the other day about maybe asking you on a date, so I'm not supposed to tell you.
Ew.
Just let him down softly, please.
Ugh.
Ew. Like smash cut to Shmooze somewhere. It's like, wait a minute. I think someone doesn't like me somewhere.
Yeah. Someone doesn't like me somewhere.
I'm like trying not to drop Fox, but I'm about to. I'm like, just letting you know, but we gotta go.
All right. Hold on. Let me put some underwear on. I'm not wearing any. I'll meet you in the. Yeah. Okay. Go.
I don't actually do it. Like the actual motion, but I say it. I'm like, good game. And I just walk away.
This is disturbance in the Shmooze force.
For real.
Cool. Someone somewhere.
Will everybody be answering the summons?
Or can I just run throughout the entire hideout ringing a cowbell?
Both and.
Yeah,
Oh,
both can be true.
Let's do that. Gets my big cowbell and
That's how our
mallet.
conversation ends. Is I'm like, hey, would you mind rounding everybody up for me? Not thinking about what I said.
Ding, 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 ding.
Going to everyone's
Fuck.
room.
She just wants to ring the
Town
bell.
meeting! Ding, 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 ding.
Sever
Sever,
comes
like-
out and I'm like, I'm sorry, this is my fault.
Sever like jolted because he was like in the middle of like very carefully with a pair of tweezers placing a seven.
Oh no.
And it just
Experiment
cracked in half.
2B.
Something similar probably with Coomer. He's probably down with the kids, and he's like building a house of cards. And as getting to the last card, the bell starts ringing, and he panics and flips the fucking table over.
He hits one of the kids in the head.
Yeah.
Starts
Oh,
crying.
so good. Lovely.
Oh, God.
He'll pick
Cool.
up the table. Go back to find what the bell was going. What's happening in the house?
How did you find Shmooze?
Yeah, Shmooze probably hears the bell.
Oh, I heard the bell. I was actually, I heard the bell. No, I was standing in front of a mirror at the time, staring into it. Admiring my,
Who
You
doesn't
watch
like me?
yeah, exactly. Admiring my new watch, thinking to myself, I know someone doesn't like me. Just don't know who it is, but it really bothers me. And I hear this laugh, and I'm just like, bet you that's Fox being a dickhead. And then it's just like, town meeting! And I just, okay, well,
It's like just a vein going up your head.
yeah, bulge my
imagining-
eye, starts to twitch a little bit, and I'm like, okay, let's do this.
You're all welcome.
Yeah, I know. It's the beginning of a new day. It can only go uphill from here because yeah.
Yeah, so I think like everybody gets together and I kind of just brief everybody real quick on like who'd you say what's his face from the void? Be something.
Bash.
Good guys.
Brance.
Brance Vash.
Brance Vash. We probably know
No, Fashley.
of
Oh,
them.
Fashley?
Yeah, it goes by Fash, but goes by Frost.
It's by Frost. Okay.
Yeah, but
So we've probably
Fash.
at least heard the name,
yeah.
you know?
He's the leader of this weird cult crew that you're like had made a large orbit around. Just I'm not
Yeah.
dealing with them.
So I'm like, I guess. Sorry to bother y'all, Fox. Well done, I guess. Frost wants
Welcome.
to talk to us and is looking for us, and I don't really feel comfortable with not having everybody present. So if you wouldn't mind coming with me, and we'll talk to him. I guess. I don't know.
Is this a situation for a cowbell or no?
No, but bring a knife.
Okay.
Just
You
in
can hide
just
it in
in
the
case.
cowbell.
Just in case.
Okay.
Try to contain yourself.
Just so excited. Holds
Yeah.
knife, just like
Yeah.
Um,
So we go.
additional, that's so. Before we start though, an additional detail. I think the last few nights in Crow's Foot has been the first times y'all been hearing the sounds of gunfire. In the
Oh.
distance.
to bring a gun then.
There's no guns. Nobody has guns, but some people have guns.
What? No one has guns. Some people have guns,
Some
but no
guys
one
do.
has guns.
No, more powerful people than you have guns.
Okay. Like people in this
Street-
district wouldn't have guns.
So what does the Hound have?
No, the Crows would have guns. The Red Sashes would have guns. The Lampblacks would definitely have guns.
Gotcha.
This is another reason why all the crews without guns have to fall in line. like,
Ah.
well, okay.
What's the primary weapon for the Hound then? Because it my bolded weapons are pistols and long rifle.
There's someone at my door.
It
You
might
do
have to be
you.
crossbow or something. Yeah.
Okay.
But that might also change in a moment.
Okay,
Just painting the scene here.
gotcha.
Right. So here, y'all, you're meeting the Void. The crew is here out in force. It's about 5 of them. You know that they are the Void because they all have the same kind of like face tattoo, which is almost like it's not quite a cross or maybe like a gravestone marker, but it's a throne symbol, and they just have it like right on their forehead. They make like no fear of it. Otherwise, they're all dressed like in normal wear. They seem pretty casual and chill. A few of the two of the probably the beefiest people of the group here, of the 5 or 6, have duffel bags with them, or like a leather carrying bag of some sort, like a travel bag or luggage. Yeah, let's go with like a luggage bag because of the time. And they're eager to see you all, and they tell you to take a seat across from them. So imagine sort of like a large sort of family table, sort of like maybe the biggest table that Smiles has for you in this tavern. And they're all kind of there as you all, the 5 of you, kind of stroll in here. They get up and they're cordial with you. But Thatch doesn't shake his hands.
Can we make sure this is Lute's tavern?
Yeah, this is Lute's.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, I said Smiles. I meant Lute's.
Okay, cool. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, no. None of them shake your hands, but you think that's probably for the best because you don't want to shake their hands because they're weird. You don't know anything about them, but they just say, "Forgive me, but we do not shake hands."
Just, I don't know. I'm completely non-phased by that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I think I'm also like everybody's sitting down if they want to, but I'm standing kind of like around the back so I can see, just
Makes
leaning
sense.
over on the booth.
Sever goes, did you know that shaking hands is a surefire way of spreading plague? I don't shake hands.
Coomer's just looking at his hands like, oh no.
Lisa
Can
has
come
sent
from
us.
anyone, anywhere, at any time.
I just feel like Fox would just like start licking her hands, like to assert dominance into the situation.
Like purposely not looking at Fox.
Yeah.
Wait,
Everybody
hold on.
purposely doesn't look at Fox.
She's not with
Did you-
this.
Did you say Lissa sent you? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah. Lissa sent us on their behalf. She wants you to join the Crows. Join us.
Because of Rourke.
Yes. More for the war.
Who's involved? Give me the rundown.
As of a few. Yeah. Well, the entirety of Crowsfoot's involved. He like speaks like in a very, very non-emotional tone.
All right. When does she need an answer by?
Preferably before the end of this meeting.
That's not going to happen.
But if you need time to delegate, perhaps then we could pray.
I'm sorry, what?
My companions and I could do a quick prayer. You could discuss privately, and then we can arrive at a conclusion.
We're going to need 24 hours. You'll have your answer tomorrow morning. Can't promise anything sooner than that.
You're gonna have to roll for this because they are not cool. Yeah, this is more of an ultimatum. And you're like, well, I need more time.
Yeah. So I think the way that I phrase it specifically is I look at him very directly and I say, you're going to give us 24 hours. And you'll have your answer.
So you're gonna command them.
For sure.
Cool. Let's go with standard limited.
Risky. Wait, no.
I'm sorry. Risky limited. Risky limited.
Let's hear these
There's
guys.
something. They're 1. You're 0. And there's something uncomfortable about them. That when you try to command them, there's something off.
Okay. Does anybody want to assist me in any way, or Lily's got it? What do you got, Lily?
Because they said that, like, they're essentially giving you more of an ultimatum, and you're like trying to stand your ground, but there's like this ominous, like, weird vibe that they're giving, and whatever. So Fox was sitting down, so she kind of like gets up, she kind of like brushes herself off, she kind of walks over and just gets really close and just goes, like, sniffs in a really big breath, and it's like, you know, I just think that it would be a much better idea if we have 24 hours, or else I'm going to have to get handsy. You won't like me when I'm handsy.
That sounds like a help.
Love it.
That's amazing.
Little do we know, but they're actually
that
flagellants.
is-
They beat themselves regularly. Like, please do it for me. Takes off
Yeah.
dirt.
They don't. So there's no smell to them after smelling them, but there is unless you want to say it's the crispness of the air almost around them. It's like
Yeah,
they
let's
were
do
they previously were, you would know they previously were doing something with a ghost field. Like it's this lingering cold, like you left the door open, right? Like they
like
previously,
like a winter smell.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like the crispness of that air,
Okay.
crispness, not Christmas.
So then I guess afterwards, Fox is kind of like,
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
like she's, ugh.
Sorry,
winter.
cherries.
She kind of like backs up just a tiny bit, like, ugh.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, that's what it.
So I had a charity at my door. Bring me up to speed. Let me miss.
Cool. Right. Okay. We got you. So, the Void is currently meeting you all at Lute's
These are the
Tavern.
weird guys, right?
Yeah, these are the weird guys.
Gotcha.
They're all like cultists or effectively all whispers, and they are currently trying to convince you all to join with the crows and join with them. They said that they need a decision now, and right now we're trying to argue that you want 24 hours to discuss and buy more time.
Okay, we're meeting face to face. I'm assuming.
Yes,
Yeah, we're
everything
in
here is
Lute's-
face to face.
Lute's bar in the booth that we always go to.
Bitch, I
Yeah.
got this. Okay, cool. We're
And,
talking
and
stuff?
I'm making a roll. I just commanded them to give us 24 hours, and Lily assisted me.
I help.
Fox assisted me.
Right.
I think I'm also going to push myself.
But are you pushing yourself for effect?
or
Because right now you're at limited. Now someone could set you up, or something like that to give you, or if you have something that's fine or anything like that can help push your effect up, your potency in any way.
I mean,
Right now you're limited.
I could pull out my fine bottle of whiskey again.
You have another one.
This is a different bottle of fine whiskey.
Another bottle.
Yeah.
He's got like whole rows of them just
Yeah.
ready. Okay.
But they don't seem like the drinking type.
No, they aren't.
No. Some of yeah.
Yeah, I think probably the only way that I'm going to get increased effect here, which would be really helpful, is if somebody set me up somehow. But I'm not sure how that would happen.
I'm not sure how to set you up on this one.
How does setting up work?
It's sort of like a roll before a roll to basically imagine if this was D&D. You're maybe trying to set up you do a history check so you can give somebody advantage on your next roll. It's like basically what you're doing to give someone advantage in this situation. It's like, well, before you make this talk, maybe you did something where you read up on them and you know that they're susceptible to this sort of like way, like you should negotiate this way with them. And that's how you doing that setup action of the research to that gives you that vector for being better at it when you are now. Or setting up by maybe praying with them and just acting like they were and giving them what they want, and so then maybe they'll be a little bit more friendly with you.
Let us play.
I can't enter
How
this
would you
now.
make someone
I can't-
more open to negotiating with somebody? Right, that's sort of like the open-ended question to setting someone up.
Massive threat.
Smooze's deal.
Yeah, I'd like to have a chat with them. Yeah, I know. Well, we're all there, right? And so, what are these cultists? They have names?
Yes.
Okay.
We describe the leader here as Brands. Do we
Alright,
need more?
Branch?
Do we need more?
Brands will do.
Oh,
Right.
He goes by Frost, right?
Yeah, Frost.
Yeah, okay.
Right, and they want us to what? Sorry, join the
Crows.
crows. Right.
We have Zara, Dismas, and Ramira as well as good, important people.
Dismas. That's Darkest Dungeon.
That's it. So
Yeah.
Dismas, you said, yeah. And Ramirez, what do they do? What's their role? Just important people.
They are muscle. They're taller than the rest, but they're not really like muscle. However, they do give off creepy vibes.
And they are surrounding Brants. Frost. They're just all
Yeah.
together.
Imagine they're on one side of a table. This is like almost like a boardroom meeting happening in a bar.
Right. Since they're from here, would they have been to this bar before?
No, because this place is below them. So
who's this?
This is more divey than where they would go.
Right. So, out of curiosity, have they explained why exactly they want us to join them? Like, for what reasons?
Oh, they were
I
sent.
missed it. Came back. Yeah. So.
They were sent by the crows. They're acting as factotums for the crows right now. to join the. They're asking you to. They're telling you to join the crows right now.
Okay. Well, Brance, Buddy, Frost, sorry. Dismas, Ramirez, good to see you boys. But I'm just curious. You calmed down. There's a little bit more divey than I expected. I know you're probably a little, expecting to a little bit something more hoity-toity. I'm sorry, this is where you are. But why should I know you were telling us to join, but what do we get out of it? And don't give us the whole, our lives, because you don't know who we are. But that's okay. Look, if you have a good reason why we should join, we're individuals who listen. We're open to things. Fox less than others, but that's okay. She stabs things. So if you have if you could tell us a little bit more, I'd be really appreciative. Surely they're open to reason. They can tell us a bit more. Why? They're just saying do it, but why? What do we get? What do we get out of it? What do we get from joining you? Like, it's a two-way street.
So set yourself up with a consort roll.
Yeah,
because you're being very chummy with them.
Exactly. I'm trying to. I'm trying to do that right now. Actually, that's what I'm doing.
Sorry. Yeah. Technically, it could be any action you wanted, but just hearing you.
Totally.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. What is that? This isn't risky. This is controlled, right? I'm just.
Yeah. This is controlled, and this is standard because you're just trying to ask what do I get out of it, and this will help build up rapport and help Panic when he rolls.
Since we're doing this technically before my roll, can I use my foresight to help him prepare?
Yeah.
Can we nest this?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But what does that look like? Tell me what it is.
So I expound on that and I say, obviously you joined them for a reason, and don't tell me it's because they told you the same thing about getting away with your lives. Help us understand the proposition here. Since we're going to be working together, we need to be forthright with our allies.
Lo-Fi want to high five this guy across the bar, but we'll do that later. Yes, good.
No touching. They have very strict no touching rules.
No touching rules. So I'm gonna mark one foresight.
How you get germs?
I'm not gonna take stress for the assist. So you get a bonus die.
You do. Okay. So you get one bonus die to this.
So just effect standard still, nothing changes.
Yeah. Standard, but you get a bonus die.
One bonus die.
Yeah.
We good?
Mm-hmm. This is your setup. Force.
Stay a while and listen.
Okay. You will definitely get it. They point out. Okay, here's what it is. So you want to know explicitly what you get out of it, and then also what they got out of it.
This is a partnership. We're not just subservient.
Your consequence. Yeah. Your consequence here is that you get one of those. What's more important to you? And I'll answer the question that way. With a 4. So you succeed, but you're only going to get one of them.
As in, what's more important? As in, what do we get out of it? Or
what did they get out of it versus what did you get out of it? Like out of joining them.
You reckon, guys? I think knowing what they get out of it is, I don't know.
I mean, you call.
You could also resist this consequence.
And get both.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm going for the resist. Doing it. Honk. I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like we're just holding Lily back at this point.
Yeah, we're just holding.
So
honks.
So what they tell you here is they point out, they're like they gesture over to the bags that are with them, and that's all you get. So, but you're like resisting. So tell me how you resist this. Is this with resolve, where you're like a shrewd negotiator, or are you insightful, where you like know the right thing to say at this moment that gets you?
Insightful. I'm going with insight here. Actually, I think is my way I want to play this.
Yeah. Okay, so resist with insight. This is your fast thinking.
No bonus dice?
No, just resisting with insight is... technically your crew gives you 1 bonus die.
Oh yeah, you get every resistance die one. Get a bonus die.
Yeah, every resistance roll you get 1 extra die.
Oh yeah, thanks crew. Let's do it.
Everybody resist everything.
A 6. So it costs you no stress.
Well done.
And you get what you want. You get both of them. Cool. So they look at you, and there's like this real tense stare down, right? And then they unzip the bags, and you can see that there's several handles of old handguns inside of it, and then zip it back up.
They indicate that's what they got, or that's what we're getting?
That's what you're getting.
We get firearms.
You get firearms. Shitty firearms, but firearms. Firearms they could spare to a tier 0 crew, but they're still firearms.
Remember, no one has guns.
Yes.
But we
see Coomer twitching.
Well, everyone's about to have guns. Yeah.
We better be some people.
This is one of those things where I think with insight, you realize that they gave that the crows did not give them guns in the same way that You want guns.
Mhm.
They gave them something that they would think that would be the equivalent, right? They gave them either knowledge, or they gave them both. They gave them some knowledge that they're going to use for their cult, and they gave them some sort of arcane implements.
Okay.
Interesting. So then that feeds into him increasing my effect now.
Yeah, which is maybe why you realize that, like, it's not that they recently attuned to the ghost field, that they currently have something on them that's attuned to the ghost field.
Would our Spirit Bane charms be picking anything up?
No.
Okay.
It's not actually a ghost. It's just it's some sort of tool implement. It's not a spirit.
Okay, so we know what we get out of it, right? What do they get out of it?
They got
I just said that.
arcane stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, the arcane stuff,
Arcane
sorry.
knowledge and tools.
Yes.
Okay, so that puts me at risky standard, right?
Well, depends. The setup was, I thought, for effect, so I think it's right. So it's no longer limited, so it's risky standard. Yeah,
Risky standard.
Sorry.
So I'm going to trade position for effect. I'm going to go Desperate Great.
Okay.
And I have the bonus die from Lily, so I'm rolling 4 on a Desperate Great and a marking experience in my track.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Cool. So this is like no. So now we go back to 24 hours.
You give me 24
Give us before the
hours.
decision.
I'll let you know tomorrow morning what our decision is.
Yeah.
And
I would like to see the baby.
I'm not going to push myself for a second bonus die.
Yeah.
So here we go.
A 5.
5.
So you succeed. Okay. So you're getting the 24 hours. The downside here is you all are definitely leaving with level 1 harm of creeped out.
I'm resisting the hell out of that consequence.
So you all are going to get it.
Yeah, no.
Everyone in this room.
resistance.
Feel free to resist it.
Do I take that too?
I
Yes.
would like to resist.
Everyone in this room have this tense negotiation after it's done. You just feel dirty. You feel something's wrong
I
about
always
you.
feel dirty.
If Fox feels dirty, you know.
Yeah, but Fox, you feel it. You feel in a way that you've never felt before. It's not physical. It's mental.
Fox, you feel cleaner, which makes you feel dirtier.
What does it do for my special ability, Tough as Nails?
You treat it's still level 1. It just doesn't give you any penalties.
Okay. All right.
Look, Bob,
so-
do you get to roll for something finally? No, wait.
Tough as nails penalties for harm are 1 level less severe, which means you still get the harm, but you don't. But if you resist this, then you don't have to worry about it. If
Sure.
everyone just wants to spend the stress right now, go ahead and resist it, and you're not rattled.
Yeah. That would be. That would
This would be a resolve roll. Probably.
Yeah, definitely resolve as you're resisting.
And we
this.
all
Everyone
get plus
everybody
1
gets a
for
bonus
fortune.
die.
Yes,
yeah.
you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
6.
No stress for you, and no harm.
double 4s.
So 2 stress, but no harm. It's always 6 minus whatever the result of your dice are.
Did I not do that right?
No, you did.
Lily needs to
You,
roll.
you just don't
bonus
have any
die.
resolve, so except for that 1 bonus die. So yeah, you did it right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Oh, it's,
Yay.
Six. I'm
Nice.
There it is.
Shit, dude.
Well done.
oh, yeah.
Um,
it
right.
was a bonus die, right?
Yes, 1.
Child's play.
Oh, why did I roll 3? I'm so sorry.
No,
No,
you're good because
you're
you probably have
Oh,
2 in
good.
resolve and then the
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me.
so you take only 1 stress. Lily takes 2. Oz takes none.
I took 2.
Coomer takes 2.
The yeah.
1 stress, wasn't it?
For you, yeah.
There was not stress. I'm pretty sure I had a stress already, didn't I? And does stress clear, or does it not? Just did not. just
Stress
say-
stress only clears when you indulge your vice. So your stress got taken out because you overindulged. If you overindulge, you definitely don't have stress. However, a few of you do have stress now because you are pushing yourself or
I think I was the only
Helping.
person left with stress. I had 1 stress at the end of last session.
yeah. So I think Lily should have 1 stress for helping in that role. And then you should have taken 2 stress for resisting there.
Hey, stress buddies.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The answer of what this looks like, why you're rattled, is that one of you is probably the one who points it out. Whoever keeps a Spirit Bane charm closest to them, your Spirit Bane charm is burnt out. Like it overpowered it.
Sounds like a Sever thing, maybe.
Yeah, that's definitely not a fox.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Like it's Sever. He's like, ah.
or you don't. It's possible that none of you realized it, but yes. Afterwards, they try to. They're like, very well. 24 hours, right? And like that, the hours kind of lingered on you, almost like a spell. And this is, you're like, ugh, like that chill down your spine, that sudden coldness, that winter again. And that's when you felt your spirit bane charms. Yeah, they wanted to track you.
24 hours.
Dun, dun. Yeah, cut to the 24. Dun, 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 dun.
23:59.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So do you all want to spend some time talking about this together?
Yes.
Please.
Could we?
Yeah. No guns. You don't get your guns until you sign.
Can I pickpocket them for guns?
No. I mean, that would be. We've already kind of decided you left.
Make sure.
I mean,
you can
do you
have
wanna
my
go
gun.
hunt them down?
When we get guns, you can have my gun. I'll give you 2
Yeah.
guns.
Good have
Exactly.
guns.
You can go full Billy Connolly and Boondock Saints. You can just have a gun vest.
If you want the guns, then that's actually a heist, and like we actually do that.
Oh, let's see the heist.
Do you want to do it?
We know they exist. That's a possible mission for
They
you.
showed us
that
the
we
guns.
can
They found
definitely
guns.
do.
You know you
Let's-
have
I mean, this is basically a heist in flashback.
So now my
Yeah, but if we do that though, won't we be going against the crows?
You definitely would.
Yeah,
Let's talk.
that's
let's
a big
talk
fucking
about this
problem.
and, like, leave the idea of going after the guns on the table, but like, let's not do anything yet. Right.
All right.
Could this have been a solo flashback of Lily doing this heist? And you're like, let's leave the guns, and Lily like looks in her coat.
Just like a bunch of guns.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
You
just
totally
drop
They're
them.
weighing me down. I'm
Did
only
you get one?
4'9".
So, Lily, I leave it to you. Would you do this? I feel like this was definitely something about your beliefs and everything about you. Would you have done this? Would you have stolen?
Yes, I would have stolen.
Okay. Okay. Or try. Yeah. Okay. So here's what happens. Okay. This is gonna be 0 stress to do this flashback here.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you in this moment. So this is a smash and grab, I think, right? I don't know, or maybe you should tell me what kind of heist is this for you? Is this a deception? Is this a stealth, or is this like an assault kind of heist?
Stealth.
Okay, so you're trying to pilfer this.
Yes. I'm gonna try
Okay.
to be sneaky beaky like.
Mm-hmm. Well, rather having this like intense conversation, you're trying to steal this from like, I don't know, like Zara and Dismas, the people near the bags with the guns, or maybe a gun off of them, right? So let's do that. So then this is probably something like a finesse roll, right? Because that's picking someone's pocket.
Okay.
And
Fuck.
you're trying, and specifically you're doing without touching them.
Okay. Well, there goes nothing. So wait, I'm sorry. Can you set the setting for me really quickly?
Yeah, right. So we're back in the bar.
Okay.
We're on the conference table. Where this is the part between Shmooze and
After I've smelled them.
yeah, this is like part of the ruse of use when you were doing the smelling thing is actually when you made this
Oh,
play.
I told him I was gonna get handsy.
Yeah.
You're like, look at this hand, and then the other hand's just like, yoink.
Right? Yeah, right. Like it could have been at that
Switch.
moment when this happens. But this is definitely desperate. And this is probably limited
Okay.
because you don't have a
So
lot of
here for
access
this.
to it. So
Put
before
yourself.
you roll,
Uh-huh.
let's talk about things you can do for rolls that can help
Okay.
you out here.
Oh.
Okay. So you stated the goal, and we come together at the action rating.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the fiction is different, and then we could change the action rating. Like if you were more forceful or something, it'd be different. I've told you the position and the effect level. Now we can try to add bonus dice. Here's some ways to get bonus dice. You can spend 2 stress right now to get an additional bonus die. You could ask for a devil's bargain, which is this bad thing comes to pass, but no matter what, but you get that bonus die.
Wait, I'm sorry. So a bad
Or
thing.
you can get help from a teammate, but it doesn't seem like any teammate here is you're kind of doing this on your own as your thing, unless someone else is in on it.
Could I set up action her, roll a study real quick to see if I notice her doing it, and if I do notice her doing it, then
Coomer's
can-
pretty.
You can
pretty
just
loose
declare
to
you can
this.
see you notice her doing it. Then this also makes sense because you totally realize I fucked up giving her carte blanche accents with the
Oh, yeah.
access with the horn, that you actually were keeping an eye on Fox and realizing that Fox was doing this.
but Coomer,
Fox is doing the old handsy play. That
Coomer's used to this. He's used
I
to
don't know.
sort of following behind and like cleaning up the
I leave
mess.
it. I leave it to you. Don't have to take help though, Lily.
I'll take help.
Okay.
I'll take help. And Coomer knows me best.
I think I have.
Yeah,
an
would
idea. Sever has an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Hit us with
But
it.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Hit us with the
No.
idea.
Well, okay. All right. What if I can do a flashback so I can give you some chemical substances that might help you get stickier fingers?
I licked my hands.
Ooh.
My tongue would be stuck to my hand.
Trust these hands.
Or maybe that's how you that's the symbol for
activation.
it's a powder, and then you licked it, you activated
You know what?
it.
That's a good idea. I didn't even think of that.
I like
Love it.
this.
All right,
Okay,
I like
okay,
this
okay.
too.
Now
All right.
everybody's in on it, trying to help you succeed, Lily.
Okay. So I'm gonna take 2 stress. Wait, how much
Yeah.
does this? How much would this flashback be?
This would be 1 stress.
1 stress. Okay.
Like everyone's retroactively helping you. What about
Yes.
Buzz?
Love it.
Okay. So I'm doing. So I'm taking off a bandolier and item thing, and we're gonna use the. Hold on, what was it called? A binding oil. It permanently fuses 2 surfaces until dissolved by alkahest or electroplasm, which I have as well.
Okay.
So
I like the mental image of Lily walking out with her hand in her coat, and then she like, as we're leaving, it is just like has a gun hand.
Yeah.
yeah, just pulls out like 5 guns. Like, what
Hey,
are
look
these
at
fingers?
this.
No!
Okay.
Shit.
Also, to get the idea of a substance causing things to permanently adhere to each other and being like, interesting.
Oh my god! What? Wait, do you have the antidote to not make my hand sticky? Because I'm
Yes,
literally,
yes.
I literally have a gun hand, which is fine, but it's gonna make doing stuff
It'll
really
be-
hard.
Yes. Yeah. So Sever would give you the thing, says put this on your hands, lick to activate.
Worked for Barrett, man.
Take
Okay.
whatever, then you can take whatever. And then visit me after. and
Okay.
I can remove it. I have alkahest. Don't worry.
Okay. So
Knuckle, what?
Wait. Don't worry. I have the unsticky. piece.
desperate. Okay. Because of the flashbacks and stuff, you're definitely desperate standard.
Okay.
But Panic, are you helping?
I think Coomer wanted to help, right? So we have an assist from Sever, and then Coomer said,
Yeah, Coomer's pretty used to this sort of thing, and seeing as to how they're very adamant about not touching whatsoever, being pretty familiar with how much noise she makes, he's going to rapidly grab Hoagie and like hold him up in the air and basically have a noise that makes him squeal, makes him bleat really, really loud. So I want to distract him when they're like, "No, we do not touch," and I'm just like Hoagie right here, like. And he fucking squeals right in the camera.
Okay.
You want to pet
we are
the
Good
bolstering
distraction.
our
And
strange
that's the
reputation
distraction.
right now,
Yeah,
for
that is
sure.
definitely a strange. You show
He
up
is
to
my
a high stakes
sovereign.
meeting, high stakes
With
this
the pig.
fate of you with your pig. So yes, you're strange as hell. You're more strange than the weird cult people.
No,
Hoagie's a
it's
good
no
boy.
funny,
This is
and we have a
amazing.
pig.
Yeah.
Am I able to ask them when? Am I able to help add to that and ask to distract them by asking, "Hey, look, where'd you get your robes?" You know, because that's my thing. You know, it's shiny
Yeah, the
things.
clothes.
Yeah, the clothes.
Totally.
Like, hi, boys. Do I have to be inducted to get the robes? Where do I get them? Did you go to a tailor? I love the length. What are you? 42 long? I like this. This is fantastic. Frost, where have you been? Am I able
Can
to?
I also add that this might look like the dumbest scene ever, where everyone's trying to do something and it's just like a bunch of like
Oh, yeah.
squawking going
Oh,
around.
yeah.
You guys are like, "Oh, I don't want your help anymore."
Whip is just, I'm not even helping. I'm just waiting for it to end.
Yeah, Whip is like, he's just so frustrated.
So it's desperate standard.
Okay.
You have 1 die.
And fuck this
one
little-
bonus die.
No, that's your thing.
No, that is the bonus die. Prowl. They don't have any finesse.
Oh,
So it's just
okay.
so the bonus die is 1 die. You roll a 1. Cool.
Just the consequence.
Lily,
So
Lily, Lily, Lily.
Lily like runs her hands through her hair and
No.
like
yeah. So here's what happens.
like trying to
Here's
be
what
productive and
happens.
just-
No. We play this cool, right? We play this cool. We don't like them to get handsy, right?
Yeah.
So you lose your opportunity to get the guns, so you don't get a gun, right? You can resist this, by the way, right? Second of all, your hands are definitely stuck, and yeah, No, you know what it is? You can't leave the bar. I think you touch the side of the bar, like you're like the door or whatever, and everyone's leaving. And I think your hand's stuck to the door, real awkwardly. And you realize it's stuck. That has to be the result of that.
Okay, I
It's
can
like
live with
meeting.
that one.
It's like,
So you
"Hey."
had the chance, to get the guns, and then they move the bag or whatever, and so you have to play it cool. And the thing's activated in your hands, and as everyone's leaving, you're like, and you touch the door, and you realize your hand's stuck, and now you have to like get out of everyone's way as they go, and you have to like play this
I'm
off
like
real
holding
awkwardly.
the door open for them. I'm like,
Yeah, you're holding the door open for everyone. Exactly. Yeah.
You guys don't like touching, so like here you go. You know?
Yeah, he's playing it real cool.
Making sure that everybody is out.
Yeah, just real cool.
There's a moment with
Yeah.
Felix where
Everybody's
he's like,
out,
no,
like-
no, please, after you. And you're like, no, after you. Like,
You guys go.
Seriously,
like
after
everyone
you.
goes but Sever, and I'm just like, Sever, I'm stuck to the door.
Yes, you are.
Can you fucking help me?
Of course.
Of course.
I will do so very disappointedly and just sprinkle the alkahest over and like just peel you off.
No, it doesn't peel off. I still have like wood chips like stuck
Oh,
in
yeah.
my hand
yeah.
and everything like that.
I feel like it would have been funny if Sever was like, yes, of course I'll help, and calls
And
Coomer in
leaves?
to
I
make
just
Coomer
want
just
him
take
to
the
leave.
door off the wall.
That would
I'm
be
not
exactly
strong
what
enough
you
to do that. That would be hilarious though.
I am never taking a vial from you ever again.
And I
You want to touch it? You want to touch it, Sever? I'm trying to touch Sever with my gross hand.
I think as this is all happening, we're trying to leave, like on our way back to go talk about what we're gonna do next. You see Whip like pull the toothpick out and take a look at Shmooze with like this look of like, I don't know what we're gonna do. Without saying anything, just completely ignoring the chaos in the background, just going, starts chewing and just says,
Yeah, I noticed this and just give just a knowing shrug. Like, it is what is. Like, we what did you expect? You know, like, come on, the woman stabs things. You know, but it's all control. It's all conveyed in that simple. You know, it's all conveyed. We have an understanding. Okay.
I was actually talking about the other thing, but
So was I. But no, I know. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. This is it's a shrug. It's a shrug of indifference and seeing what happens. Like, if I can, as long as I can steal people's things and wear them, then I'm happy. You know, I'm shrug of indifference. Yeah.
I think that kicks off the conversation. Like when you say that, and we all get back around the dining room table or whatever it is. I think the first thing that Whip does is just ask everyone, like, "All right, we've got a certain amount of time to decide what we're gonna do. Does anybody actually care what we do? I know that everybody wants the nice stuff and wants to stab things, and you're looking out for the orphanage and you want to be able to do your experiments, and I've got my own stuff, but like, does anybody really want to throw in with them? Because I've got my opinions, but I want to hear everybody else's thoughts."
If we had stolen the guns, we would have been able to turn the tables on them.
Are you throwing shade right now?
All I'm saying is, we do have 24 hours still to acquire the guns in a different manner, one that doesn't involve sticky fingers.
Or find someone else who's willing to give us more better guns to up the deal.
No. That's not gonna happen in this city.
When Sever says that, we still have 24 hours to go with methods that aren't sticky fingers. Bouncing off what was done there, I want to look at Whip and just give him a glare, like, we have this, right? We can do this. It's no words exchanged, just a look. It's like, we have 24 hours, and then I just pan around. It's just a look. It's a knowing look. Like, do we have a plan? Do we have a something? Because, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Actually, 24 hours. It's not. I don't think it's long enough. But and there was no way in the world they would have given us. There's no way in the world they would have given us longer. Correct?
No,
Shakes head profusely.
you got 24 hours.
Coomer, do you have any thoughts?
We can go against the crows. To pick.
Was that can't or can? Sorry, you have no tongue. It's difficult. I don't remember.
I think it was can't.
Yeah, I think it was can't. Sorry, big guy. Yeah, please don't eat me. Okay, cool. I think I think you said can't. Okay, cool.
But that doesn't mean that we should necessarily go with the first offer.
Right, so here's how I see the bigger picture. Rorik's dead. We have 3 factions going to war, which means bodies everywhere. I mean, Eric, tell me as I'm doing this if there's anything that I wouldn't specifically know. But I know the neighborhoods pretty well. So obviously the crows have already absorbed the void. They're offering us guns. Lyssa's strong. She's in charge.
You know what these 3 clocks are on the map at the bottom here. That's what this represents. This represents Bagley, and this represents which of those 3 factions has the most control over the city. Once one of these clocks fills in, it's over. That city's locked in. Bagley is controlled, just like Bagley would be if Bagley was controlled by the crows. It would just be like the Rookery, where then all of a sudden now there's a clock to make it vulnerable again, where it's locked in. So there's right now, because you live in Bagley, you know what these clocks are. You do not know necessarily the status of Old Witch or Devil's Furnace.
Okay.
But you do know this is what's going on in Bagley. This is your hometown, and you can do missions that can influence these clocks.
For sure.
So if you wanted to do something to slow down the crow's control of Bagley, do a job that screws up the crow's control of Bagley. If you want to do a job that helps the Red Sashes, then do a job that helps the Red Sashes. Right. This is where you all come in and you help control the state of the game. No one will control all of Crow's Foot until a faction controls at least 3. So like a 50% stake of all of Crow's Foot. What's going to make it complicated is that Tingletown might come into the mix as controllable rather than being neutral territory, as well as the Bluecoats coming into the mix. Sort of like if this was PUBG and the thing is shrinking, the cops are taking out territories that are eligible to be controlled. So you might have an access to Tingletown coming up, and you might also lose access to one of the neighborhoods.
Perfect. Okay, so he continues. He says, "Here's how I see it. We've got the Lamp Blacks fighting the Red Sashes. Crows are caught in the middle. We've got 3 factions. The one with the weakest hold, most likely to lose, is the Lamp Blacks. They're a strong gang. They also take care of the people. If I was any of those other gangs, I would definitely be targeting not the Lamp Blacks, but the people they're trying to protect. Turn the people against the Lamp Blacks, and the Lamp Blacks don't have a power base. And that's just the end of that. Now the Crows are sandwiched between the Red Sashes and the Lamp Blacks, but they're the strongest. They already have the voids. They have guns to give out, even though they didn't look very good. If we're going to join one of the 3, that seems to be our best bet, because we're very close to them. But then we become sandwiched as well between the Lamp Blacks and the Red Sashes. The Red Sashes is the second best option of these 3. They are very skilled swordsmen. We might get training from them. We might get protection from them, and they're on the edge of all of this. So really they're only fighting the Crows and not necessarily the Lamp Blacks, even though they'll kill either one on sight, I'm guessing. I don't like any of these options. If y'all want to throw in with the Crows, that's fine, I guess. But I want to float the idea that we've never been able to get out of this place, and I don't think there's a future for us here. The Bluecoats are going to be paying a lot of attention to the bodies that are going to be dropping. This might be our chance to get the fuck out of Crow's Foot, set up somewhere else, and have a better life. Every time we've tried something like that, or anybody's tried something like that, Bluecoats have either smashed their face in and thrown them back in, or they just disappear. There's an opportunity for us here to get the fuck out of Dodge. And I want to bring that to the table, see what y'all think. Because if we do anything else, I can't keep any of y'all safe. And we need to agree that by the end of what happens over the next week or two, we're probably not all going to be here.
I'll set this up as in order to get out of Dodge, anyone is eligible to get out of Dodge if you fill up that first stash row with money. And so there's coin on everyone's character sheet, and there's like these 4 rows of money, which represents your lifestyle. If you can get those set up, and then one of you or as a group work on a project for getting the fuck out of here over time as well, basically you're doing like a prison heist for yourself, where you're slowly crowing up enough money so you can live comfortably, get a place out of here, spend the money on the contacts that you need to start over somewhere else. That's kind of, so that would be that I think that would be the mechanical.
So we need 9 coin per person or 9 coin?
Yeah. Anyone who wants out needs the 9 coin, needs your lifestyle up. So you're still gonna have to do jobs to get money.
How much coin did we get from last game?
You all got 12 coin.
Yeah.
But it was split.
Everybody got 2, and then
Yeah.
we put 1 in the crew bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I say, and I just leave that to y'all
Lingering.
to like absorb.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Yeah, it sounds to me that we've been stuck here under the crows. Do we really want to maintain the status quo, or do we want to take this opportunity to upset it?
I see 3 factions all going at it. We're kind of independent, really, sort of. We're in the background. This is. I want some, I want to Machiavelli this. I want to know if can we play this to our advantage? Can we play them all against each other?
I mean,
yeah,
we
there's getting
could-
out. Yeah, there's getting out, but why get out when you can take control? Why get out when we can get better? That's because if we get out, they're still going to be there. There's still one faction's going to get tossed to the wayside if this goes the way it looks like it's going to go, and then we're going to get out, but we're still going to be under someone, somewhere, somehow, some way. I would rather rule the roost than just be oppressed at a later date. There's 3 people going at it here. We're independent. We can totally play this. We can, with all of us together, Boar included. Sorry, Hoagie. We can 1000% play this to our advantage. We can do that. I reckon we can. That's the way I'd like to go with it.
Do you think, based off of that, does anybody here, I'm going to float an idea, but I need to ask, does anybody here have strong objections to potentially working with the Bluecoats?
Ends to a means.
Because if we join a faction with this goal of making money and taking over, and we can give them information, like we could join the faction we think is going to win, or we could ally ourselves with the ones that we think are going to lose and just help them lose more quickly.
And it's
play
all
the
about
game
money.
that way.
And we have it in. We know the price of tin and all that. It's being fixed. We know that. We've got information here, correct?
Correct.
We've got an in.
And the captain of the Bluecoats wants that. So if we play them, give them information, sick them on the Lampblacks or the Red Sashes, and join the Crows.
Isn't this going to be traumatizing for Coomer?
Can we not? Can we
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
Some of the
Coomer probably doesn't want to work with the Bluecoats.
Yeah, this idea of Bluecoats, I just see Coomer sitting there like
It's slowly turning into this really
Like a panic
intense
attack.
and sad glower just down as it's like dawning on him.
If we can deceive, if we can convince the Bluecoats that other people have the information, like the other people are fixing the market, and other people have the price of whatever, have the price of tin. If we can convince that, surely they'd want to bust in and kick indoors. They can be like, we're the Bluecoats. We know you're doing something illegal, fixing things. Surely they'd kick indoors and they'd want to go chase that information, when really it's just a lie. They never had it all along. We do. Could we
Except
not
the
start
first
them
time they
fighting
catch us
each other?
lying to them, we get to play that card once.
Not to mention that I find it hard to believe that the gangs would be able to fix the price of tin.
They can't. There's no way.
True.
We have that information. The best we can do with that is either give it to the right person and or play the market at the same time to get influx of cash, but we still have to give the Crows an answer in 24 hours, and if we tell them to fuck off, we need to be able to tell them to fuck off and murder whoever the messenger is.
Can we tell
If-
the Bluecoats that they've got guns? Can we start some fighting there? Even just any pressure on them is good. That takes it off us. That gives us more time to do more things.
Coomer leaves.
The blue coats know they have guns.
Coomer gets up abruptly and he just leaves. He leaves the table.
Coomer. All right, what's everybody think?
I'm gonna say no with the blue coats because I'm gonna side with Coomer.
I agree.
I think you guys have been getting your heads kicked in, trying to rob people as little kids your entire life, and then the moment you're gonna be rich, you're like, maybe we can work with them. And I like that some people are like, absolutely not, you psycho.
Just trying to explore all the options.
It's an ends to a means. We're not saying we're doing it. We're just trying to have a discussion, big guy. Okay, cool.
I know you're trying to be reasonable.
We're using them as a weapon, you know?
Yeah.
I'd rather have it pointed at somebody else.
That's not how he sees it, though. So, like, I mean,
for sure.
It's personal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very personal.
I understand they took your tongue, but we're trying to point that absolute force of just horrible and just evilness at something else. Fuck, sorry, I hit my mic. We're trying to point it at something else other than us, other than other people. We're trying to point that. We're trying to point bad men at bad men for a change. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to redirect the weapon because we sure as hell can't dismantle it. So we're just trying to redirect it.
How about Fox proposes, because obviously Coomer's not going to budge on this, but what if certain people deal with that section of like blue coats, whereas like Coomer doesn't have to be around them or doesn't have to do anything with them, or...
That sounds like a good compromise, but does Coomer see that as a compromise? That's something you might have to talk to Coomer about first.
He's not in the room anymore, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless you all are agreeing while Coomer's not in the room to be like, we're gonna do this anyways without Coomer's.
Okay, so how about this? The blue coats thing, that's up in the air. Fox, if you want to talk to Coomer, tell him exactly what we just talked about and convince him that we're using them as a weapon and we're not going to get involved.
I almost want us all to lie to him. Just me being me, I kind of want to lie about it.
How you communicate the truth to Coomer is up to you, so I'm leaving this in your capable hands.
Well, are you guys just going to go through with it anyway? Because that's what would create the lie.
I'll respect the decision of what Coomer wants to do. If he says no, I'm not going to put him in that position.
And like you said, you only get to pull this trick on them once.
Well, I mean, we don't have to tell them that something's not there. We have the documents. We can work a good angle with them of giving them real information to create a dependency and point them at who we want to point them to.
If anyone finds out that we're doing that, all three factions come for us.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Then we
fucked.
No, it's that simple, boys. We just don't let them know. We just be smarter than them. We've survived so far by being smarter than them. We finally have a chance now to point the cannon somewhere else. I think that's worth taking, because otherwise we're just going to live a life of being oppressed and beaten anyway. What are your options?
All right, so then who do we point the cannon at and who do we join? And we won't point the cannon unless Fox convinces Coomer.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess Fox goes after... Do we want to do that scene and scenario so then I can get back to you guys?
Sever does have one final suggestion.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Let's hear it.
If you're talking about pointing the cannon, would it be possible to get all three gangs who have been stuck here in Crowsfoot to point themselves at the Bluecoats and break out?
While the Bluecoats
fuck the entire war. Take the war outwards, not inwards.
We'd have to gain influence to be able to convince them. I like the idea, and I'm open to exploring it, but we would basically need to position ourselves with coin and influence to be able to make that decision and end the war. Like that's how the war ends. Yeah. Whoever is the victor gets to write history about what happened. The other two factions get.
And we can get the coin with the information we've got, but not the influence. Although coin can buy influence, but it's temporary. So
we need more. We only have one.
Well, in the meantime, I would suggest our most immediate issue is that the Void have guns and we don't, and they are the mouthpiece for the Crows. I say we flip the script. We take Bagley for ourselves with their guns.
They got those guns. They got those guns from the Crows, and the Crows are giving us their like freebies that they don't even want to use. I like where your head's at, and we should maybe
If we-
long term think about taking over the crows. Maybe, I don't know, but like we need to ally ourselves with someone at first so that we can get a foothold.
We can still ally with the crows, but we
We get the guns if we
swap
do
the ranks. If the void answer to us rather than us answering to the void,
that. So what you're
that
saying
better
is,
positions us.
okay, so what you're saying is say yes to the crows, get the guns, get involved in the war. Also, we're in with the crows, position ourselves in a position of power to where the void starts answering to us. And point if, Fox, you can convince Coomer to say yes, and I will take the brunt of the blue coat dealings if we go through with that. And if that goes down, I go down, and nobody else gets hurt. Then we also point the blue coats at the red sashes. I don't know. We point them at somebody, not us. Maybe even the void. We make it not look like us.
I'm thinking blue coats at the void, and then if we can get the crows, the blue coats, and the void all at each other. That's perfect.
Well, we don't want to weaken our power base, so we're going to want to join the crows, but dispose the void.
That's true.
Keep the blue coats busy.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Apologies.
All right. That's fucking Sever. You're fucking crazy. Love it. Join the faction and then stick the blue coats on our own faction to gain status in the faction, but not enough to weaken ourselves to where we lose the war. Is fucking perfect. Fox, do you think you convince Coomer to let me deal with the blue coats?
Holy fuck, you guys are confusing, but yes.
All right.
That's some like Othello level shit there. That's really good. That's 10 of 10.
I like it. I'm in.
I'm in.
Sever's got a good point. I'm in.
Yeah, honk. Yeah, that's
Ka!
All right. So that's what we're gonna do.
Perfect. Then we should take a quick little break.
Awesome.
All right, guys, we're
Good
going to
stuff.
take like a 5-minute break. Go ahead and make your bios, grab something to drink, and we will see you momentarily, okay? Yeah, don't go too far. Or do. I'm not your dad. See you in a minute.
I am.